problem is, if the United States will be dragged into the conflict, it's a third world war. And the Philippines also has to be very careful because the Philippines has 9 EDCA sites and you have also military assets of the United States in the Philippines. The Philippines will be dragged.
Pero ano naman ang masasabi niyo po dito dahil nabanggit ni Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu na gusto raw patayin ng Iran si Trump. Nakita niyo po ba ito na malaki ang tsansa ng katotohanan or ginawa lang ito para medyo tumulong na talaga ng husto ang Estados Unidos dito sa mga pangyayaring ito, Prof?
Actually, there's no truth to it so far as I'm concerned, because I'm monitoring the whole issue and I'm also trying to get researching and trying to talk to some other people in the international level. What is really the score of the whole thing? I don't think so. I think that's already some kind of a make-believe or some kind of invention of Netanyahu. Kasi gusto talaga ni Netanyahu din that the United States will be dragged into this conflict. Now, the problem is, if the United States will be dragged into the conflict, it's a third world war. Because other countries will be dragged. Russia will get involved, North Korea will get involved, China will get involved, and many other countries in the region will get involved. It's not anymore a conflict between Israel and Iran. And it's already a regional conflict at the moment, actually. But if you put United States, itong si Netanyahu, madrag niya sa United States sa conflict na yan, I'm not kidding. We're facing a third world war. And the Philippines also has to be very careful because the Philippines has 9 EDCA sites and you have also military assets of the United States in the Philippines. If we have a third world war, the Philippines will be dragged. It will be used by the United States as a forward base, and at the same time siguro yung iba pang purposes kasi we have the 9 EDCA bases. We have the Nemesis Typhoon missile system. We have the Typhoon missile system in the country. So that is also the thing that we need to think about as a country. Kasi kapag nagka-third world war, lahat tayo involved. Lahat ng country involved. And I hope, God forbid, that it will never happen. So kaya ngayon, may mga back-channeling na nangyayari. Itong malalaking bansa, China, Russia, actually, it's really China, Russia, United States, na nag-usap-usap yan, may mga back-channeling, especially ang Russia is very much involved in this, I think, kasi ang Russia has a very good relation with Iran, and I think it has also, President Putin also has a very good relation with Israel. However, ang problema, itong Israel is also being backed up not only by the United States, by UK, by France, and even by Germany. This country also are, to a certain extent, they have also military capacity. So, hindi ito usapin, I really don't know what Trump wants and what the United States wants. But I think also, inside the United States, there are a lot already of criticism. I think there were a lot of many Americans are already voicing that the United States should stop supporting Israel and should stop, kasi Israel has this kind of bravado na parang immune siya sa lahat ng possible na suits sa kanya, even the ICC and all other and it violates international law. So marami rin sa loob mismo ng United States na mga American citizen, kanilang mga tao na nagki-criticize na rin sa nagiging foreign policy ng Trump administration or even the deep state dito sa Israel na being backed up. Kasi ang problema din ng United States sa kanilang domestic na level, syempre kapag their country will be in a war, they will also suffer economically kasi they need to finance the war of Israel against Iran. And that would mean what? Supplying weapons and supplying everything to Iran, to Israel rather. Kasi hindi naman kakayanin ng Israel kung wala ang United States. They cannot wage any kind of military attack against any country if the United States will not back them up. Kasi lahat ng weapons ng Israel really come from the United States. Yun naman talaga ang totoo dyan. So yun yung mga nangyayari ngayon na sa akin, sana naman a country or a leader na strong enough and wise enough would be able to mediate at magkaroon ng kumalma ang sitwasyon. Kasi feeling ko, pag hindi talaga kumalma yan, nag-escalate pa yan at other countries will be involved. And even Saudi Arabia already made a statement na makikita mo sa statement nila, they are very much leaning to Iran. And also some other countries in Middle East nagre-ready na rin. So, ang magulo ito. So, kaya sa akin, iniisip ko, sino kaya among leaders na may tinatawag mong credibility to mediate or to even talk, na yung between the two sides, na para tawag nito, para mag-de-escalate. Pero Netanyahu is crazy enough to say na hindi daw siya papigil, talagang gagawin niya ang gusto niya. And then Iran is being provoked to say also na hindi sila papayag na, hindi sila lumaban. So ang hirap ng sitwasyon. And people in Iran, I have some friends from Iran, so I know how they anong klaseng mga tao sila. Sila din yung mga tao, alam mo, na hindi sila papayag, hindi sila makalaban. Hindi sila makaganti or something to that effect. So ganun din sila. So ang hirap ng sitwasyon, to be honest with you.